In this episode of Intrigued Case Files, I break down real crime stories and the puzzles left behind. Now, some cases don't just raise questions when a person goes missing. They can get even more complicated after someone is found, especially when the circumstances just don't add up. I'm talking about 3 stories that left people asking what really happened. Let's start with a case that's been raising questions for more than a decade. I'm talking about the death of Kendrick Johnson. 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was a high school student in Georgia. In January of 2013, his body was found upside down and inside of a rolled up wrestling mat at his high school gym. Now, investigators ruled his death an accident, saying he fell in while trying to retrieve a shoe and he got trapped in the mat. But his family has never accepted that explanation. They've been raising questions about missing and incomplete video, and they also questioned the differences between multiple autopsy findings. An independent autopsy suggested blunt force trauma, adding more to the mystery. The case continues to be scrutinized, and for many, the circumstances and questions surrounding Kendrick Johnson's death remain unanswered. Now to a case that started out as a normal night and ended in tragedy. Tamla Horsford attended an adult sleepover party outside of Atlanta, Georgia in November of 2018. The next morning, she was found unresponsive in the backyard of that home, and authority ruled her death an accident, saying she fell from a balcony and suffered multiple blunt force injuries. But family and friends don't believe that story. Reports say that there were inconsistencies in statements from people at the party, along with concerns about how the scene was handled. Now, an independent autopsy also raised even more questions about her injuries and the timeline of events. And despite the official ruling, the family is continuing to push for answers. The last case drew national headlines because it had a strange set of circumstances. Kanika Jenkins was a 19-year-old who attended a hotel party back in Chicago in 2017. At some point during the night, she got separated from her friends that she was at the party with, and when they couldn't find her, she was reported missing. Surveillance video showed her walking alone through the hotel, appearing disoriented and eventually heading towards a restricted kitchen area. More than 24 hours later, she was found inside of a walk-in freezer. Her death was ruled an accident caused by hypothermia, but there were a ton of questions about how she was able to enter the area and why it took so long to find her, and whether more could have been done. Now, years later, her family is continuing their search for answers. These cases are a reminder that sometimes, even when a case is considered closed, the questions don't go away. Tell me what you think about these cases and let me know about that in the comments. Until next time, be safe and stay true.